What's going on, YouTube? Back once again. It's Happy New Year in the shed. Yeah, I recorded this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or New Year's Day, and I did a video with Big Fat Cigar and all that. But my mic keeps picking up some interference from somewhere. I noticed it in a couple other videos, but I was able to tidy it up. But last one, it was so bad I couldn't get rid of it. So I scrapped footage. But I think I figured it out. I think it was my mobile phone connecting to the towers. So I'm hoping that if I've turned that, like the phone mobile data stuff, hopefully it'll stop doing it. Is open, eh? But yeah, so for 2023 I thought I'd do something a little different. I'm not doing a review. I'm doing my best of 2022. And when I say my best of, it's not my favourites. It's not like the best in the world, but it's the ones that I've just found myself using the most repetitively throughout the year. Like I've kept going back to them and I've used them. It's not like something that I just stuck on the shelf and then it's just never come out again, So one's not necessarily better than four, but that may be the case. They're just all regulars now, and it'd be interesting to see what stuck, if you know what I mean, stuck with me through the year after a review, and then we can see next year if it's changed. So let's crack on, shall we? Let's do the snuffs first. Yeah? Okay, so number one. In the number one spot, I've got Gareth and Hogarth CM, Camphor and Menthol. Camphor and Menthol. This one, we all know that in the beginning of the year I wasn't a big menthol lover. That is to say that I had a dislike for them. But this was the one that changed all that for me. I think I had a cold and I was desperately needing something that was just opening up my nose a bit, and I stuck with this for a period of about a week. And afterwards I found myself wanting a bit of menthol in the snuffs that I was taking, so I started picking out more and more menthols, So now I would say that I love and appreciate menthols as much as any other plain snuff or flavoured snuff. They've all got their place for me, so this one had to go in there for that. It's quite a dry-ish, there's a bit of moisture in there, fine light brown snuff, but with just good tobacco base and camphor and menthol. What's to complain about? The second one I wanted to talk about was Toke Otto Chancellor. I said before, this is one that I like, and I bought loads of tins of it, and I regularly pick it up. I regularly take it. It's an SP styled, but to look at, it's a little bit darker, probably a little bit of a coarser grind. Definitely sort of like, it's like got that Germanic oiled take to it, so it clumps up a lot more. But it's got a light bit of menthol with a real strong, nice bergamot kick, so it's all good. Okay, number three, I started cheating a little bit because I kind of put two in there, but for me they both scratch the same itch, and that is Samuel Gareth, Elmo's Reserve and KB Original, or for that fact any of the Kendall Browns. But like, I don't know, it's just something about that sort of like kind of coarse, plenty of moisture, nice burn, nice nicotine kick, and the Elmo's Reserve has got that sort of like meaty vanilla Tonkin bean. KB Original's got like a orangey zesty note to it. You know, they're really, really good, and I found myself picking them out regular. Number 4, again, I kind of stuck 2 in there, but this is like a couple of American snuffs. So the first one that I found myself using a lot of was Railroad Mills, the rose scented one. Couldn't stop using it. It's lovely. Again, it's a bit darker, a bit more moist than most other American type snuffs, but it's nice, easy to take, got a good nicotine kick, and it's really nice. Like, if you tried other sweet snuffs and you're like too dry, too fine, don't like, honestly, you got to try this one, and Checkerberry is the other one. That's the same, bit darker, moister, probably a little bit coarser than the normal run-of-the-mill, but this one's got a bit of wintergreen in it, and it just works really well with the tobacco notes that the tobacco basically put in there. But yeah, that's my 4th spot. And then in number 5, I put in the Artisan Snuff Fireman. I found myself addicted to that one, and I just kept picking it out. I have found myself, like, I don't know, liking the apricot scent in a lot of other snuffs as well, but, you know, this one's a good, solid apricot and menthol snuff. It may have a bit of jasmine or something like that in it, if I remember rightly, or I might be getting that muddled up. But this one was made, it's got a nice story to it. It was a bespoke snuff made through Toke that basically a company, their boss had died, and in his memory they had this sort of snuff made in his honour or whatever. So, you know, it's quite an original and nice way to honour someone, I think. But yeah, I found myself buying a few tins and picking this one up a lot. I really like it. So if you haven't given it a go and you're not too bad with, you know, confectionery scents, this one's a good one for you to try. The one that I couldn't stand, and I'll give you a second to guess. Bowica, yes, the bend over and here it comes again snuff. Chili, oh my god, if I never have to take it again, you'll be happy, but I'm likely to have to end up fucking torturing myself with it again. But I couldn't stand that. There was nothing for me to like in it. Nah, that's definitely got to be the worst one of the year. So yeah, that's the snuffs out of the way. Tobaccos, same thing. One's not necessarily better than the other, but they're ones that I found myself filling up jars and buying more of and doing. The first one is Samuel Gareth 1792 Flake. Admittedly, that is a favourite of mine, but I use it all the time. The jar's forever getting filled up. It's got Tonkin bean in it again, like that sort of vanilla Tonkin bean thing, but it's a dark fired flake as well, so you've got all that normal sort of dark fired goodness to go with it, and it's I think it's a cracker, and if you haven't tried it, it's best you go and do it. Right, number 2, Cornell and Deals Canuck. I never got to check how to pronounce that. Cornell and Deals Pirate Cake. That's good. It's got lacquer in it, but it's like a crumble cake. Give it a go. You probably have, but I think that was one of the first American type tobaccos that I really got to try. And luckily enough, I had someone that was willing to I didn't have like tins worth, but he just sent me a few nice chunks of it, and yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. That's definitely one to try if you haven't tried it. The old pirate cake. Number 3, Rich Dark Spring Dew by Gareth and Hogarth again. That's again a staple for me. It was the first sort of tobacco that I really, like found my place with, and I knew I could pack it up, and it was a regular smoke, and it never burnt my tongue, and you know what I mean. It's the first one that I sort of got the feel for, and it's got a slight little bit of sweetness because it was originally called honeydew or something, but it's got a little bit of that sweetness, but it's also like, got a lot of sort of meadowy, floral sort of note to it. It's really good. I really enjoy that one, and I'd urge you to go for it. It's ready rubbed, but it's like like ribbon with like bits of broken flake. But it's it's a good one. Number 4 was Wilson's and Sharrow's Gold. I've used quite a bit of that since I bought it. It's just a pure Virginia blend. Wilson's and Sharrow brought out a line of like 6 blends, but the gold one, at the time I said I always sort of avoided Virginia blends because when I first started, everyone struggles keeping their pipe cool, and people say that Virginias run hot, so I just kind of avoided them until I did that. Tried that one, and now I'm eager to try more. I have tried a few, but I never really gave them a good chance. And then in at number 5, I put Gareth and Hogarth Seasonal Reserve. I know it's a limited edition, it's probably hard to get for some of you, but it's really good. I really like it. I think they've knocked it out of the park for an aromatic, and an Christmas aromatic as well, which it's got to be difficult to do because Christmas sort of scents are quite strong. When you bang them all together like that, they have a habit of fighting each other, so I think they pulled it out of the bag with that one, and it's really good. So that's my 5th one. The tobacco blend that was the worst for me this year Samuel Gareth's Fire Dance. I don't know why, I just could not get on with that. It's a flake, comes in flakes. I think if I remember rightly, they're quite thick flakes as well, but I just found it burnt my mouth to hell, and no matter how I tried to smoke it and changed it, I just couldn't get on with it. I still got one flake because I took it out of the jar and wanted the jar, and I can't bring myself to smoke it. I can't bring myself to throw it away either. Some honourable mentions. Honourable mentions on the snuff category was Buccaneer by Simon Simply Snuff. I've used that quite a bit, but I tried it only a few weeks ago, do you know what I mean? So I can't claim to use it a lot, but I definitely keep pulling it out and I keep using it. That's a good one. Fool's Hammer and Stormbreaker by Viking, they're both honourable mentions. I've used them quite a bit. That Bernard's Galeche Virginie, the yellow box one, that's another honourable mention snuff as well, because I've used that quite a bit. Honourable mention tobaccos, Gareth and Hogarth Bosun Cut Plug is a good one. Gareth Hogarth Dark Flake. St. Bruno is another one. St. Bruno's Flake, all already rubbed. They're both really, really good. Peterson's Nightcap. I did like that when I got it, and I bought a couple of tins. I haven't had it for a little while, but I think I definitely might pick up another tin of it. And then I just realised most of them are Gareth and Hogarth, but to be fair, so far on my journey, most of the tobaccos I've bought have come from that sort of area. But Skiff's mixture. Oh no, hang on, that's Samuel Gareth, not Gareth and Hogarth, sorry. It's a Samuel Gareth Skiff mixture. It's a cousin to Squadron Leader, but when I put the two side to side, I just found myself preferring the Skiff over Squadron Leader. But that's some honourable mentions. My best pipe of the year, my best pipe that I acquired is the pipe that I was smoking. This one. It's a vintage estate pipe. It's got stamped on it Imperial 2 point, and it was given to me as a gift by Sylvia over at Vintage Pipe Nightmares. Thanks, mate, because I honestly, this is like fighting for my favourite pipe territory. I love the fact that the stem, the button on the stem's like not like all round. It's got like this bit underneath that's a different shape, so that my tongue just kind of sits underneath as I'm smoking it. And yeah, it's not a massive pipe, but it's not tiny, so I get a good satisfying smoke out of it, and it is super light, man. Like, I can clench it all day long, and it doesn't get heavy. And I use it all the time. I have to force myself to put it down sometimes, try and let it dry out a bit. Sorry, a bit of wind fighting to come up then. We're all friends here, aren't we? As long as I remember to put my trousers on before I come in the video, you can forgive me. Coming to think about it, I could be wearing no trousers right now. I think the weather gives away that I definitely have. But yeah, so this was the best pipe that I acquired this year, and the one that I think I've used the most throughout the year. So thank you, Sylvia. I was well chuffed. But yeah, that's about it, really. I tried to bang through it so it didn't drag on too long. 2023, eh? Every year that comes round, there's a point where I think to myself, 20 years ago, I didn't think I'd be making it this far. But I did, and I'm a lot better off than I thought I was going to be, in all honesty. And, you know, thanks for everyone joining me. You know, like, this channel means a lot to me, and I love, you know, interacting with you guys, and, you know, chatting in the comments, and just the fact that any of you value anything I have to say. At the same time, it blows me away, but it also, you know, I'm so grateful for it. When I started this, I was kind of lonely, smoking my pipe on my own. You made me feel like I'm part of a community. So thank you for that, and thank you for the support and the comments, and, you know, thank you. I had someone say to me once, you got to stop saying thank you. And I think to a certain point that was true, because in the early days, if you go and look at the first few videos, I was just like, thank you. We were getting sick of it, I guess. But I do appreciate it. and I appreciate all of you. And hopefully I can carry on improving for you. I've moved around a little bit. I want to try and start using this as a backdrop and try and put some proper shelves behind me with all my odds and sods on. Make it into a proper little, stage for my madness. But yeah, 2023, so Happy New Year to you. I hope that this year brings, all the happiness and prosperity that you deserve. And, you never know, it could be your last year. So make the most of it. Hug the people you love. Remember to tell them that you love them before you leave. And I might pick that up. I wondered what it was at first, but I think it's my lighter. But it was echoing through the bowl of the pipe. It sounded really loud. Even your enemies, remember to forgive. You don't want to be taking none of that stuff to the grave. So yeah, I had to finish with a bit of waffle, didn't I? So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna have to sit down and have a good think about a little outro, because the original one, I wanted to incorporate my pipe smoking a little bit, but for now I'm just gonna say Happy New Year. As I say, let's make the most of this year that's come in, and hopefully we can turn it into some sort of success. Okay, so I will say catch you later, see you next time, and until then I shall bid you farewell.